Welcome back to the garden on a beautiful hot May day. It's the end of May here. We're just checking in on a few things. The apple trees are doing well. This Bramley apple's just bursting into life. It's really enjoying the sun out here. Beautiful. Pile of debris for wood chip. I'll be doing another video about making biochar, so stay tuned for that. The winter log's getting low. We did well this year with the log pile. And today we are making compost. So I'm going to show you in this video how to layer your compost with the right mix of ingredients to make a really rich and fertile amendment for the garden. To make good compost, you basically need brown and green things. The brown stuff has a lot of carbon in it, and the green has got a lot of nitrogen, and it's that carbon and nitrogen balance that makes great compost. So this pile here is wood chips, straw, cardboard, lots of carbon, and then I've been stacking up and caching green waste. So it's lawn clippings there, starting to get a bit dusty. Some more sticks at the back, probably won't need them just today, but they'll start the next pile. And green waste, this time of year there's lots of green waste about. I've already tipped out one old compost heap into here from those black bins that you get. So that's made the bottom of the pile already. So there's a good rich mix to start with. Lots of cow manure, which will really add a lot of good biology to it. And my secret ingredient, which is this biochar. I'm going to do another video about how to make this, but this is something that every gardener should be using as much as possible, basically. So there's the old heap. I've just turned it into that other square, and I turned what was in that heap into these 3 buckets. So this is starting to get old and ready. By the time another couple of months have passed, it should be ready. What we're going to do today should be ready for turning into each of the subsequent heaps and being added to the ground. I planted this native hedge a while back, and I've given it a big feed of homemade compost, enriched with all the goodness that I've just showed you. It's a bit dry on top because we are getting a lot of heat, but it's ready to go. So I've added some biochar already to the top of this old pile, and I'm going to start layering first a mixture of straw and some wood chip. It's going to go on top. And so straw, even though it was green at one time, this is mostly the carbon that's left. So this straw all came out of some of the packing crates I got some plants delivered to me in. You can check out the video on the 4th chapel to see the bank that I've been filling out with shrubs and lovely flowering plants. So a lot of that stuff got mail ordered from Doonwood Nurseries in County Down. They did a great job packing the plants and keeping them safe and secure with all this straw. And so waste not, want not, let's go into the compost heap. Whoops. So sorry about that. The next layer is going to be a full wheelbarrow load of manure. This is from the bottom of the manure heap of a local farmer's pile. He was kind enough to dig it out for me. Really ripe stuff. And it's been sitting in my garden now for a couple of months. So it's could really be used already on the garden, but I'm putting it through the compost heap because it's going to be full of active biology. Lots of microbes and things like that there. And I'm mixing through it some green matter to give those microbes a kickstart. In this case, there's stalks and some pak choi stems and quite thick stuff. So there's a lot of what you could call carbon, a lot of brown in these sort of stalks and rougher pieces. And I'm going to use the grass that I've got to enrich this and make it more balanced, because at the minute it's quite woody, and so it might take a bit of time to break down. So once this sort of shovel full of a mixture of manure and fresh green clippings has gone on, I'm going to add a little bit more, and then I'm going to add a little bit of biochar to it. And that's going to really get it all active. But you can see here the basic idea is just to create like a big lasagna: brown, then green, plus some poop, then brown and green again. So now that saved up grass is going on, you can see it's quite dusty already. It's been sort of fermenting and rotting in those bags. It's been sitting there a few weeks. If you just use grass in a compost heap, you'll have noticed in your own gardens that it doesn't really tend to rot down. It goes all slimy and sticky, and it can stay there for ages. And so the same with wood chips. You can have a pile of wood chips sitting for months or maybe even years before they truly break down. And so this is the benefit of making these lasagna piles, where you pile up green stuff like mown grass and brown stuff like wood chips, because it's the layers that provide the combination of bacteria and fungi that really gets the thing cooking. With the manure in here, and you can see me adding one of those buckets of biochar to the pile. That's the biochar in the bag going on now. So it's a good shake of it. That there is going to provide a home for all of those microbes and all those bugs and things that are digesting all of this material to live. So by spreading it out in the heap and adding it in as a layer, I'm really activating the compost pile, and I'm getting it set so that it can really start to work, and all those little microbes are going to do the job of turning this collection of material into a usable garden amendment. And so that's really, there's no real art to it. I'm going to put a front on this now because it's starting to get quite big, but you can see almost a layer of green, a layer of black carbon, a layer of straw, and you just keep doing that until you've used all the materials you've got, or you've filled up the space that you have available. That's it. You just keep filling and filling and filling, one layer at a time. One green layer, then scoops of the brown stuff until they're about 50-50. You want about half by weight rather than volume, and so like the grass clippings would be quite light, so you can put them on quite thick, and then a thinnish layer of wood chips, but there's a lot of material there, and so just cover the layer that you're working on with the new material one at a time. Make sure it's all patted down well in and it's got good coverage on it. So good luck making your own compost, and if you're enjoying this channel, give it a follow and share it on and help other people improve their gardens.